This video is brought to you by me and my comic, Home Free. Home Free is a 5-issue series that follows Sarah as she confronts an unresolved past against the backdrop of a country that's on the brink of a violent revolution. Will the violence of the world envelop her, or can she break free and start a new life? Written by John Kratky and brought to life by yours truly. Check out Home Free in the links below.
Do it!
Hello, darling. Welcome back. It is Lady Draws a Lot. I am an illustrator and a comic book artist, and I am here today for another unboxing, using, and review of the October edition of Sketchbox. Now, I have really been looking forward to this October edition specifically because I just have a really big hunch that it's going to be ink. Reason being, there is a thing in the art community called Inktober, which you very well may be familiar with. If you watch this channel, I'm assuming you're really interested in art and probably know about Inktober since it's gotten pretty big. Just in case you don't, Inktober runs the month of October, and every day there is a new prompt, and it's sort of like a challenge for artists to draw something with ink every day that has to do with this prompt. So this year's prompt I have printed out here. Since this is the first day of Inktober that I'm going to be participating in, I'm gonna pick number 1 here, and that happens to be Gargoyle. I'm gonna be drawing a gargoyle with what I'm thinking is ink in this box. Of course, I never know until we open it, so let's do that. Let's get into it. Let's grab our pumpkin spice lattes, or whatever happens to be in your mug today. Grab that, sit back, relax, and let's get creative. Alright, so here is what we have in this month's box, and as you'll see, it is indeed ink, so that's great. So let's start with this here. This is the Marabou Aqua Pad. It is a watercolor paper, and it's a medium texture on this paper, so looks like it'll take ink very well and still be able to do some fine detail work on, so that's good. Next here we've got the Princeton flat wash brush, and this is a 1/2 inch brush, great for filling in large areas with ink. Then here are 3 KingArt Inkline pens. These all have different tips on them. We've got one with a fine tip. We have one with a chisel tip. And then we have one with a felt tip brush-like tip on there. That looks like it'll be able to get some pretty good line weight variations there. Then we have the KingArt Inkline painting pen, and I've not used one of these before, so this will be a new experience for me. I am excited. And then here we have Radiograph Ink in Black India and Orange. And it says perfect for the fall season. I agree, orange and black, can't go wrong. And then we have the 4-well palette. So pretty straightforward here, palette for some ink and ink mixing if you need be. So all right, this is what we have to work with, and so let's get to work. All right, here is where I landed with my gargoyle. I'm actually gonna do a whole separate video about Inktober and kind of more about the process of drawing this particular piece. So if you're interested in that, be on the lookout for that. But just for now, for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna kind of put the drawing aside for that. All right, now on to the reviews. Let's talk about this Graphics Aqua Pad. This pad worked really nicely. It did take the ink very well. You can see it did start to curl up a bit when I was going real heavy on the ink here. So I would say if you're using this paper, you'd probably want to tape it down. Yeah, definitely. Other than that, this was a very nice paper. I enjoyed using it. So, retail price on this is $10.99. Not a bad price for this. I think it's a good paper. All right, and then let's go with this 4-well palette. This is your standard palette. Worked very nicely for my purposes here in this video. It's $1.50 and well worth the price. So if you need a small little palette, this one is a good one. Okay, so now let's start talking about the ink here. This Radiograph ink, I really liked this Black India ink. I think this laid down really nicely. This opaque, beautiful color. And the orange is bright and not opaque. So very nice inks. Retail price sets these at $7.35 each. Not a bad price for these very nice inks. If you're looking for Black India ink, this is a really nice choice. And then if you're looking for colored inks, you know, maybe check it out. It could be well worth your time. All right, let's talk about this brush. This brush is a really nice brush. It's very soft. The bristles are soft and hold the ink very well. It worked very nicely for the ink wash and as well as laying down the orange ink as well. This just worked beautifully for the whole piece. So this retails at $3. $3, guys. Wow. Yes, well worth it. Would absolutely buy it again. If you were looking for a wash brush, try it out. I think it's great. All right, and then let's talk about the KingArt Inkline Ink Set. So these pens worked well. I had no issues with them. So the little flyer that comes with the Sketchbox set didn't say whether these were waterproof or not, but I checked and they in fact are. So worked nicely. All of them had different line weight and variation and ink laydown, and no issues with these. I think they worked fine. $2.99 each is what they go for according to Sketchbox. Not a bad price at all. I think they're worth checking out if you are in need of a pen like this. Okay. And then last but not least, let's talk about the KingArt Inkline painting pen. Now, I'd not used anything like this before, so I was excited to try it, as I am with new products. And I was just really surprised at the ink flow. It's just fast. That ink is coming right out as soon as you touch the tip to the paper, and there's really no stopping that from happening. So you have to keep your pen moving. There's also no line weight variation whatsoever. It all comes out the same line weight. But the laydown of the ink is very consistent and very quick. So it wasn't my cup of tea, to be honest with you. Due to there not being any line weight variation and the fact that ink comes out so quickly, that's just not my style to keep my hand moving that fast. If you have any tips for me that would help me to enjoy this better, I am listening. I'm open to giving this another shot for another purpose maybe, but for the type of artwork that I do, I just don't see it working out, but I don't know. I can tell it's a nicely made product, and I understand where it could fit in the art world. I really do, but for me, I just didn't enjoy using it. The ink came out way too fast, and yeah, but that's, you know, that's my preference. I'll say that. This retails at $13. Would I buy it again? No. Would I recommend it? No. I just think there's better pens on the market, and that is my opinion. So that is what we have, guys. All in all, a very good box from Sketchbox. I love all the ink. I had fun making this Inktober drawing today, and I appreciate you guys joining me. I will see you guys next time. Bye.